What's up everyone, here is AhkTaar, welcome back on my YouTube channel. I wanted to make another video about Boole because I tested him a bit more and I wanted to compare him with Nathalie because in my opinion Nathalie is also a great hero normally because she can inflict bleed in AoE and make AoE attacks every time. If she has enough exclusive she's gonna be great, so I wanted to try that with this kind of team. Ben Austin to make the pursuits and Catherine to make the counter attacks. But here I'm gonna remove Catherine right after that, the first test, because they are single target enemies and so it's not really reliable because they can focus only Boole or only Nathalie, so if they deal extra attacks it's not gonna be 100% reliable. But on the first test I wanted to try that because you are gonna see. First of all, we don't care about the damage, just about the efficiency. As you can see, every time Nathalie inflicts a bleed, if she has the exclusive 3, she's gonna put some layers on her that increases her maximum bleed damage up to 50 layers, which is pretty nice. So with counter attacks and pursuits, it is gonna work. She is gonna increase her maximum potential, but Boole won't do that. He can get arrogance only after his turn, the end of his turn. And as you can see with the pursuit and the counter attacks, she deals every time AoE damage and she puts a bleed on everyone. With the first exclusive she is gonna increase the duration of the bleeds, reset the duration, so she can keep the bleeds on all enemies. And so rapidly, if you have a look to the stats here, they are both doing the same almost. A bit more for Boole, but it's normal because in order to make some damage she has to trigger the bleeds on enemies, or she doesn't trigger, but we need to wait until enemies take their turn and take the bleed damage. So let's continue just a bit more. She has already 26 layers over 50, which is pretty interesting. She can set her up way faster than Boole. She is almost at full potential now. Okay, she is on max potential, where a Boole is only a middle here. He needs 4 more turns in order to get the maximum potential. So now, normally it should be better. If we have a look here, she is already at 11 million damage and he is at 6,700,000. If you have a look to the stats here, I changed nothing, so he doesn't have crit rate, crit damage, he doesn't have any crit rate, crit damage and any effect, hit and mastery. But if I increase the mastery here, it's gonna be way better, and same for the damage of Boole. So you know what, let's remove Catherine and let's try again to see the damage difference. Let's put full crit rate, crit damage on him and full effect, hit, mastery on her, without touching the crit rate and crit damage. But in fact, if I was using this gear I have on my Lucia at the moment, Nathalie here would have some crit rate and way more mastery, so it would be way better than that. And also about Boole, he would have, both of them would have more attack. And also something we have to take into consideration here, enemies are trashed in front of us, they don't have a lot of defense, and so the piercing rate is not as effective as it should be normally in dungeons, but let's try that. First attack, if we have a look to the damage, yeah, that's normal. Boole does better than Nathalie. Ultimate, the ultimate triggers the maximum potential of Boole, so here the damage are pretty nice. So let's inflict some bleeds on enemies. Also Nathalie is great because she can reduce the resistance of enemies, and this is pretty huge in fact. So let's continue to inflict some bleeds and to deal some basic attacks. But without the counter attack, here it's taking more time for Nathalie to set her up, so normally with Catherine it should be way better than that. And in dungeons, almost all enemies always have an AoE attack, so it should be equal to both of them. Let's continue just a bit. Okay, now she's gonna be full setup. So let's have a look to the damage now. She is over damaging Boole for now. But as I said, enemies doesn't have a lot of defense, so maybe in high dungeons it's gonna make a difference, but bleeds ignore the defense. So bleeds are better than the piercing rate. So in fact, I'm not sure that he's gonna be better than a Nathalie, to be honest. But maybe using both of them with Catherine and Ben Austin in dungeons could be nice to clear waves. It's super easy. But in dungeons against waves, against bosses, sorry, I'm not sure that Boole is gonna deal a huge amount of damage. Let's change his stats so he won't be frozen anymore. Normally, can I do that? No, okay, it's not working, so he's gonna waste his turn. So if we continue until he gets his max potential, normally using that, the 2 waves would be already cleared. Maybe 2 turns before. So in fact, he would have only 4, maybe 4 arrogance on him on the boss wave, so he wouldn't have his max potential yet. Okay, so now he has all the layers on him, so let's have a look to the damage. 34 million for Nathalie, 20 million for Boole. But one more time, he doesn't take advantage from the piercing rate in this kind of content, so maybe it's gonna be more reliable on a realistic dungeon. But for now, if I don't have him on my account, I can't try him. I would love to do that, but I can't in fact. So if you want to try to pull for him, it's okay for you, but in my opinion, I'm gonna avoid him. Because I already have Nathalie, and why should I build him if I have Nathalie here, who does almost the same and faster? But maybe it's gonna make a difference after that. So let's continue to deal some AoE damage and see if there is a difference in damage. Okay, enemies lost their stacks of bleeds, so maybe this time he is gonna over damage her over time. So let's keep going. She is still doing better. With less bleeds on enemies, she is still doing better. Still better. He has his full potential, same for her, but the bleed seems to be better. And something else I wanted to say is on ROM 31, 32, 35, the boss is taking more bleed damage. So the direct damage is gonna kill himself on Nazakma if he attacks him, or he is gonna kill himself on Nejia, but bleeds you can use them absolutely everywhere, and also on the Elemental City bleeds are great. But maybe he's gonna be good. Maybe he's gonna be good on dungeons to clear waves, but I can't say that today, so maybe I'm wrong, and I hope I am wrong, but so far here on the tests, the bleeds are every time gonna ignore the defense. So in my opinion, if you have a Nathalie, if you have a Boole, why should you build a Boole instead of Nathalie? Because she is doing better. So if today you don't want to spend eyes on Nathalie, why should you do it on a Boole? This is what I wanted to say. But for the Faction Abyss, probably he is gonna be the best hero to clear waves, because enemies in Faction Abyss doesn't have a lot of HP on waves, so probably he's gonna be insane for the Faction Abyss and get some stars. But outside of the faction Abyss, I'm not sure about his true potential. So if you pull him today, if you want to share with me your feelings, send me a video, something like this, so I can show the potential to other players in dungeons. Feel free to do it. I would love to see his true potential in dungeons. So if you enjoyed the video, please like, comment and subscribe, and then see you in the next one. Bye bye!